All right, I'm going to quickly show you how to make a found poem, personally one of my favorites. All you need is an old book, and you can tear out a page from a book. This is also really fun to do with song lyrics. But you could tear out, actually, you could tear out an article from a magazine. You basically need a text, and that can be in the form of magazine articles, books, song lyrics. I think you could probably even do this with a recipe. So basically what you do is let's take this page right here. This is a page out of a book, and it's kind of like a hunt. You have to be extremely creative to pull this together and also very patient. You don't want to do anything permanent on the page until you are very happy with the results, because there's a lot of erasing and changing your mind. So always begin a found poem with a pencil, and then you can start to get a little artsy if you want, or I'll show you one where you don't even have to get artsy. So you basically are hunting for words that when put together, they make a really cool poems. Poems are very free and flexible. There are no rules, and they don't always have to rhyme. It's a lot of single words, maybe phrases on a line, and when it's all put together, it makes somewhat sense. So here's one that a person made somewhat of a poem just from random words put together. The sea, the earth, we rise in the water, forming with every breath. Burning, we unite and fill the hollows as the clouds fill the skies. So this turned out great. She definitely has a poem, and I think that since she's kind of talking about being from the sea, she kind of made her connections look like water. I thought that that was pretty creative. That's not only being creative enough to make the poem, but then to find some art on the page as well, is a lot of fun. Here is another example of a found poem. It's a blackout found poem where you make everything black on the paper except the words you want. This one actually reads like this. You can't see one of the words because my paper clip is covering it, but it does read, I found art. All it cost me was a sheet of paper and time. I love that one. This next one is kind of fun and very simple. I like the splattered paint on it. This one reads, make your life an endless party. Very light. I just kind of wanted to show you because your poem doesn't always have to be dark and mysterious. Your poem can be very light and fun. This one, I like this one. This one has a little diva, a little feminism going on, so naturally I like it. This poem reads, you wear me like an old t-shirt. I should be a black dress. Just love that one too. All right, let me find some more for you. This is one that I actually made from a page of a novel that we have. It's called And Then There Were None. I taught it to the class last year. Instead, we're doing Tangerine this year. What I should do is make a found poem with a page from Tangerine. I'll work on that one for you. But this one I made last year with the kids, and this one was from And Then There Were None. About a mile from the coast, awful. There's a squall coming. I can smell it. Get out. He fumbled. Solemn hand, bleary eyes. Watch and pray, watch and pray. The day of judgment is at hand. Collapsed. The day of judgment is very close at hand. So what I've done here is I scribbled out the words I didn't want after I realized what I did want, and I highlighted them. I wanted to take it a step further. I'm very happy with what you can see here on the page. However, I wanted certain words to be on a line all by themselves. So for example, I wanted for he fumbled. You see right here? He fumbled. It's also on the same line as get out. But to bring more emphasis to he fumbled, I wanted it on a line all by itself. So rewriting your poem once you have found it on the page, rewriting it on a piece of paper is a lot of fun because you get to make certain words, be on a line all by itself. And I enjoy doing that because I think that brings meaning. And I also think that it changes the way you read it when you read it out loud. I decided to make collapsed all capitalized. So you can't do things like that unless you rewrite it on a page and make it look the way you want to look. And that's another fun thing about a poem. So this is, again, it's called a found poem because I found this poem on this random text and I made it my own. Okay? Lots of fun to do these with song lyrics. If you print out the lyrics to your favorite song, I could see some of you having a great time with this assignment. Here's another one that I did a long time ago. This might have been my first one. It reads, picture a pattern that reflects the pattern of your eyes, and when you daydream, learn to find a way to unlock the world in a way that is exciting and create new things in the page. So I liked this one because it kind of reminded me of a found poem, but that one was a lot of fun to write. You can also make a found poem out of the spines of book titles. I've done this before, and I think I'll probably do it again and bring in some examples and show you in class a found poem made out of the spines of book titles. You stack them, and you end up finding a poem through it all. That was a challenge, but also fun. So there you have it. Found poems. Go find a poem on a random page from a book, a magazine, a song lyrics, a recipe. I mean, heck, you could even probably try to make a found poem off of a page in your social studies book. So it's really wherever you can just find some text. Give it a shot. You'll be surprised how easy it can be. Have some patience. Remember to use a pencil when you first get started because you'll change your mind about what words you want to keep. There are books that you can rip out of in the back of the room on the bookshelf near the door, and there's also a basket of random pages that you could just grab one if you're in a hurry. Tape the page down in your writer's notebook, as you can see here, and then you can write your poem off to the side when you're happy with it. Have some fun.